Marquesa Hobbs. Thank you for joining me today. I am so honored and excited to be with someone who I admire, respect, and look up to so much in our community. She serves people, particularly family, but more importantly, children who are abused and neglected in the foster system. I'm delighted to share with you some of the things that she's learned the last few months. It's my honor to introduce Executive Director Angela Rose from CASA. Thank you, Angela, for being with us today.
Thank you, Marquesa. I'm so honored to be here and anxious to talk to you about what we're doing at CASA. CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and what we do is recruit, train, and support volunteers who advocate for children who have been abused and neglected. Oftentimes, that CASA advocate is the only steady person in a child's life during that 18 months or so that they're living in chaos because they've been placed in foster care.
The CASA volunteers and advocates have such a really important job for the children that they serve. What I'd really like to touch on right now is our community and the world has been so impacted by COVID and quarantine. I would like for you to share some of the challenges and strain that has really placed upon the system.
We had to pivot really quickly to continue to carry out the mission. Did many things virtually. We're training virtually, we're interviewing volunteers virtually, we're seeing the kids virtually. But I'm so proud of my staff and volunteers that they were able to do that and continue to carry out this critical mission. On top of that, if you can imagine, the families, all families are under more stress right now, and our families even more so. They're isolated, often these families don't have a support system, and so because of all that and the fact that children are in a very different environment, not watched by mandatory reporters anymore, there is more child abuse happening in the home, and we know that. I have a couple of statistics that I can share. Colorado Springs Police Department let me know that in March and April of this year compared to March and April of last year, child abuse arrests are up 22%. And I track the number of children that come into CASA. Over the previous 6 months, like July to December, we were averaging about 20 kids a month coming into CASA, and now we have 49 kids a month coming into CASA.
The influx of children coming in has more than doubled over the last few months, and I know I personally, every family has felt distressed. My husband and I both working from home, our children e-learning. Even in the best of situations, it's been a really challenging time. So I can certainly understand how this has put incredible, and the financial piece as well, put incredible stress on so many people. One thing I'd like to talk about is CASA does rely heavily on fundraising, on gifts, on donations. I know that has also been heavily impacted because you've not been able to do one of your signature events of the year.
We do have our Light of Hope event generally in April, and as you all know, that's when everything was going a little crazy. And we did have to cancel that event, and we were glad to do that to keep people safe. But that is about 15% of our budget, and so that was a big hit for us. And we did do a virtual Light of Hope over the last few weeks, but it didn't raise as much as we were hoping. And with this huge influx in children, I need more funds so that we can support these kids.
One thing I love about the community we live is people love to give. They love to support. We live in one of the most giving communities I feel in the country. So I truly believe when people learn the need, how children, innocent children, have been impacted by COVID and quarantine, they are going to want to help support your mission. Tell us, what is the easiest way for them to connect with CASA and give?
Well, the easiest thing to do is just go to our website, casappr.org, and click on the donate button, and then you can just follow it from there. It's very easy, and there's also ways to volunteer and other ways you can help us all on the website.
Angela, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing so much information about CASA and really the state of why it's so important for our community to really get behind the CASA mission and support you right now. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about CASA?
Well, I'll just tell you that this mission is so important to me. It's in my heart. I've been with the CASA organization as a staff member for 11 years. And actually, I've been doing CASA work for over 20 years because I started as a volunteer. So I hope that you will look around you and see what's going on in this community and support the children that are here. And before I end, I know, Marquesa, that that this CASA mission is really important to you. And I would love it if you would just take a minute and share why that is.
Sure, Angela, I'd be happy to. So personally, I have quite a place in my heart for CASA, for foster children, for children in the adoption system. My story is I was actually adopted. So a little bit of a different story, but I was adopted. My husband and I and my kiddos, we served as a foster adopt family for years, and we were fortunate to be able to adopt one of the children that we did meet through the foster system. So I am ingrained in this, my family's ingrained to this. It's so important to me, I'm passionate about it. I also serve on the Circle of Impact. I love our community. I know that we are better when we take good care of our children, of our families, and we serve them, and we take care of innocent kiddos who don't have a voice, and we give them a voice. So it's just so critical, and I hope that from the information you've shared today, I hope we've really helped to spread the cause and the need, and that people have found a way to connect with us, whether through donating through finances, time, clothes. But please feel free to reach out to CASA, reach out to me. I'm happy to share my experience, what I know, things that I know, and I just hope that we all keep healing through COVID. We're coming out of quarantine. I hope that you all see numbers start to go down while funds are going up. So thank you again, Angela.